the people who buy our products are sitting in different corners of the world. Their culture, their food, their things are fairly different. And therefore, understanding those consumer insights and putting thoughts together as a designer and say this or that would click or that this won't click, I'm actually putting my neck on sword, literally. And again, coming back to your thoughts where you have this uniqueness and the courage to go and take those decisions where, in today's designers, because I see a lot many times when a client pushes you beyond a point, you say, yes, sir, I need money. I'll say your boss is right. But actually being a designer and having that responsibility that you want to pass something unique to the world and which is going to be beneficial for the business as well. What is that strategy that you would want to impart to today's designers? I would say the responsible designers of tomorrow, how and what they should connect when it comes to consumer insights globally.
Yeah, I think when we talk about color again and the effect of color, for example, some years ago I was working with a client that needed help, not only with the product design and branding, but also with the color and material selection for one of the stands in CES, the consumer technology industry, the big fair in Las Vegas. And since we already had used applied color psychology for the product and brand strategy, now was the time to make that work for the space design in terms of very important product stand and showcase that product. So the color scheme that we were using was well harmonized, and that again is a really important part to understand how color harmonized to have a very strong communication characteristic, and with that, in this case, we were using something that would look very aspirational and very high tech, and that was part of the scheme because this was a startup in the health area. And they want the color to also have that kind of feel. But the interesting thing also that different color have different impacts. So when selecting the color, quite often it may be very random. Some come up with color they just like, something familiar, or sometimes they want to use the brand itself, and without considering or understanding the physiological and psychological factors that in terms of the emotional and consumer behavior. So my questions to them was, how do you want people to feel seeing your stand from far or entering into your stand? If you ever have been to these sort of big shows, you will walk for hours and you're quite exhausted and your energy is low. So there are questions we need to consider when we're creating this sort of application. We think about the space design. Wouldn't we want to create something that they will see from far, or something they will come into and they will actually be filled of energy when they do, so you think from that point of view. And when I talked about it that way, I did not have a problem to sell in the color, because it wasn't anymore about, do you like blue or not, or actually my person I know, or they used blue before. It wasn't about that. It was more about, how do you want people to feel?